Okay, we're on live. My God, people really love the stock talk. I have another channel, and the stock talks they always do good because I think you guys like exchanging ideas. And plus, I think you just like talking money like I do. Okay, not necessarily how to make money because anybody can make money, but really understanding the ins and outs of money. People should buy books on it. Okay, because the deeper that you dive, you do learn that it is indeed a art form. So a US stablecoin, but first I'm going to get into Goldman Sachs. Okay, like the stream, plus my friends. Tuesday, I have a very special treat. I already have the beer. Okay, I already have the beer. So I have not one, but two beer. I wasn't going to buy, I was going to wait till October. Okay, because the promise I made was I'm going to have some Tuesday, but then I'm going to take all of September off. Back on the wagon I go. And then, but October, uh, for October, I'm going to have two drinking days. Okay, but then, but most likely nothing November, and then maybe for New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve is going to be a cool stream. Yeah, dude, that's going to be that one and Halloween. Okay, I'll make sure to do a live stream, Halloween, beer review on Halloween, and a beer review on New Year's Eve. Okay, so that's going to be cool. So make sure to look out for that beer review live Tuesday, this coming Tuesday. Okay, let's get into this one. Credit to briefs. Goldman Sachs to pay up to $2.25 billion for NEO's investments. Goldman Sachs has reached a deal to pay up to $2.25 billion for NEO's investments, marking its second specialized ETF acquisition in less than a year. NEOS has about $32.5 billion in assets across 19 ETFs using option strategies with an average fee of 0.74. So it has already gone through, I'm guessing. So people, what does this mean? This means that we shall see what happens. Okay, we shall see what happens. Now in a perfect world, they don't do anything. Okay, they don't do anything to it. In a great world, Goldman Sachs just leaves it alone. Okay, they bought it. Now the leadership, the fund managers, leave it alone. Their philosophy, obviously, what Neos is doing, it is working. Correct. So every time, just like with the whole Paramount Warner Bros thing, that's still waiting to go through. We shall see what happens with that. But so if you own Neos, the ETFs like I do, you're going to want to keep a close eye to this. Look for any change in philosophy. Yeah, this is huge. Okay, so Goldman Sachs buys Neos. We shall see what happens there. But this is why I tell you guys, diversity is key. Okay, you want to put your money over here. You want to buy a little bit of this ETF. You want to go into this. Do your research. This is not financial advice. Your money, your problem. But my God, we shall see what happens, man. Oh my God, I hope they do not fuck shit up. Okay, okay. You bought it, Goldman Sachs. Okay, leave it alone. They're just leave it alone. Do not fuck with anything. Do not fuck with anything. Okay, because they're winners, man. Pretty much every investment YouTuber, they love Neos. Okay, which I like them. Which I like a little bit more risk. Okay, my friends, you can mess around with the Yield Max. There's no problem with that. You have to know what you're doing, though. Yield Max is great when you know how to use it. Roundhill, I like Roundhill, but my God, the one I won't touch is Granite Shares. I learned my lesson with Granite Shares, the yield boost. What do you think is going to happen when the yield is 400%? What the fuck do you think is going to happen? Okay, what do you think is going to happen messing around with that kind of yield? Now, can you incorporate that but balance it off with more stable ETFs, more stable securities? You can absolutely do that. But yeah, I learned my lesson with Granite Shares. I have been looking into HIPs though. Hips, that is their monthly pair. They have some good ones. Okay, but the one that always gets the eyeballs would have to be the yield boost. Okay, but then when you actually look into it, no, no, you're much better off with the YMAX. You're much better off with the YMAX, YMAG. Take your pick with the Round Hill. They have a few too, but yeah, Granite Shares. Wow, talk about nav erosion. That is a nav erosion like the fucking Titanic. Just goes down. So I had to cut it. So Goldman Sachs, yeah. So it has purchase, NEOS. So if you have it, I want you to keep an eye on it. Okay. Now moving on to US stablecoin. What is US stablecoin? The world of crypto. Whole different world, my friends. So I got into cracking it. And yeah, it's just a whole nother world. It is like walking into a candy store. It is like an alcoholic walking into fucking Bevmo. My God, so many choices, but you have to be careful with that. Okay, so what is US stablecoin? It is basically just a crypto version of the US dollar. It aims to maintain the value of a dollar. Okay, my friends, but if you're saying, well, Mark, do you have to pay taxes on it? While when you're holding it, no, you do not have to pay taxes. But obviously, when you sell it, when you trade it, yes, you're gonna have to pay taxes. Okay, so a U.S. stablecoin, just think of it as the crypto version of a U.S. dollar. Okay, I have some. So because I always see, the hell is this stable coin? What is this? Just think of it as the U.S. dollar. Okay, you have some money funds, but also you could put money into this. Just once again, just to diversify. Okay, so when you think of the U.S. stable coin, just think of a U.S. dollar. Okay. So that's all I got for you guys in this one. Yeah, man, the Goldman Sachs one. Wow. So I'm going to be keeping a close eye on that for sure. Broadcom, I've been watching Broadcom, Snowflake, Palo Altos, CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike is one what I'm just not really sold on yet. Maybe you guys like it, but I have been looking into the Palo Altos one. So yeah. So that being said, let me hear you. What is your portfolio strategy right now? Are you mainly going towards growth? Are you a hybrid investor like I am? Or are you going heavily into income, saying, fuck it, I want the money now? Are you going income M plus? What are your thoughts on crypto? Are you a believer in crypto? So that being said, make sure to like the stream and follow me here. Thank you for tuning into a Saturday edition of Marks2Chill Live.